Hello, dear wonderful you! Woo! Life can be so interesting and wonderful. I just went on a trip to Bosnia on a women retreat. And it was blissful! Woohoo! I did not expect to go there, but it was wonderful, and I want to bring you along because it's so magical that I want to share this beautiful nature and place with you. So already when going there in the plane, things flow, and I wrote nice letters to the people of the cabin crew to thank them, and being so grateful that we could actually fly, which kind of feels like going from one place poof to the other, poof, just like that, which feels like teleportation, poof, almost, it's almost teleportation. So I was like, wow, it's magical. And I wrote that. And then I got the most sweet response from a lady who asked me, like, is this your first flight? Like, one of the first. So I said, could you notice by my letter? She was like, yeah, your enthusiasm about it says it. But I hope I will keep that enthusiasm, because it is magical to fly. And I just followed my feelings. At some point there was a man who lost his luggage, and I noticed, and I just saw, okay, it's this man, I should tell him that his luggage is there. And then he ran like crazy and he dropped his phone or something. So I said, you run on, I take your phone. And then I stood there with the phone, and then the people of the group were like, Aditi, where are you? Are you coming? And I was like, I'm standing here with someone's phone, I have to wait a moment. And then I met someone else, who later in the week I met 3 more times, which was so interesting and cool. A French lady, very sweet, telling me already, like, be yourself. Just be yourself.
Ja, wat een magische dag.
Ja, hè? And here, the flies who have died from the light are all being eaten by all the ants. But I'm surrounded. Luckily, I'm not a fly. But I do fly. Are you fighting? Or you're walking together? No, you are fighting, I think. I just have to go, but there are more than enough, you know. Really.
Cheers. Vodka.
Ah, ja, top, dan pak ik dit. Pak jij mijn hand. Nee, wacht, nee, nu heb ik het toch nog nodig.
Die heb je nodig, hè? Oh, die is te groot. Nee, die is te groot, zweef.
Nee! Own it! Dat staat ook
op het goede leven.
Op het goede leven! Ah. This trip was being organized by Esther from Sanistrella, and together with Hilde, they organized it so nicely again. They are so amazing women, and all the women in this retreat were so amazing. We were with 6 of us, and it was a nice, cute, sweet, small group, and we became family. I love how it goes on trips like that. This was the 2nd trip I did in this way, and it's magical. Every morning we would start with a sharing circle, a healing circle, and magical things would happen there. And I would also more and more help in the healings. What are you doing, camera? You're like, yeah, let's do it, let's heal. Yeah, that was it. Well, maybe. Did you feel that tree? Did you like that? Hi! I love you too. Woohoo! Beauty. Portals? We also went into the tunnels there. There are amazing tunnels with a lot of negative eons, a lot of positive energy by the negative eons. So the air is very fresh in there and the whole environment is so relaxed and just beautiful. We would go in there 3 or 4 times throughout the week. First you had to go in with a tour, but that was also nice to just hear about it and then to be able to just walk in yourself and just walk around. It's so beautiful. And I remember I was walking around myself. Immediately I started making these pillars of stones, stacking them on top of each other, and there was a voice that said, the others are probably sitting down, meditating, maybe getting big reveals, and I'm doing this. Shouldn't I also go and sit and meditate? And then I didn't listen to that voice, because that voice talks all the time. You don't have to listen to it. Just hear it, but don't listen. So I didn't. And I was just finished with making such a stack of stones. I had fun. And immediately after that, a man posed in front of a camera with those stones that I just put there. So I thought, you know, you never know why what you do can have a nice positive impact on others or just on yourself, and by having a nice impact on yourself it already is also nice for the environment and others, because when you feel good it resonates. Yay, good lesson! At Visoko, there are these very, very, very old pyramids, older than those of the Egyptians, and it's almost incomprehensible. Both the tunnels and the pyramids were all made with this very solid concrete that is more solid and strong than they can make it now, concrete. And also in those tunnels, they would make stones, make them, and in the middle you would see this, where it was cracked open, where they put in quartz, so that the energy also is very positive and good. It's so amazing what they did all those years ago. It's really magical to have been there. And one day we went to the Sun Pyramid. The Pyramid of the Sun. Just the side of it. It was a lot of walking stairs and feeling the energy when touching the stones. And already before that, in the night, in the tunnels as well, and there I really suddenly started seeing all these geometrical shapes, a lot of stars. I still see stars everywhere. Also in the shapes of the trees, but also just when I close my eyes. That's so cool. It was magical again. Again, I was allowed to be there with someone's healing, and I really feel I love doing that. Listening to my own hands and body and sound, and helping someone be the healed person they already are. We had a nice conversation, Hilda and me, about what healing actually is. I was like, yeah, what is healing? Because healing kind of suggests that something is wrong and you heal it. But it's about feeling whole, healed, and in that space everything can be there and resonate more with that feeling of wholeness and healedness. I really like that. She also had it from someone else, so thank you, someone else.
You try to burn me down, but my spirit just refined. Like a phoenix from the ash, find my strength. Yay! I am stronger than
And then we actually went on a road trip. 1.5 hour drive to somewhere else where they had these big round shaped rocks. Very intriguing. Just being put there. Like, we want those rocks there. Poof. On ley lines to make the energy flow. Poof. And of course, Esther, who organized this, being Esther, she did a healing of Hilde in the car, of course. And during this whole trip, a lot of us made pictures of the sun doing incredible things. The sunlight really co-working with us. And during that channeling of... It wasn't really a channeling. I think some channeling happened. But anyway, during that healing, the sun was going wild, and I really loved capturing that. So enjoy that. Enjoy the sun. During this week, I found out that, well, that I'm allowed to be here on Earth. My mind already knew it, obviously. My body didn't fully. And it's nice to have someone like Esther channeling, so that through a channeling my body spoke and actually said, you know, why is it so difficult to feel grounded? My whole life, this whole life, I have been told you have to ground more, and I never succeeded, and it was a struggle. And, well, then my body said you don't have to ground in the way others do, sitting still, like I'm doing now, but just being that playful fairy that I am. That's also a way of grounding, so I was like, yay, great. And my body also said, you know, a way to ground more and to feel you can really be here. Here we go, is to eat meat. Yes. So, this whole life I have been a vegetarian. So for a moment I was like, no, she's not saying that, this is not happening. And then I was like, it is happening. Apparently it's best for me, so I should. And on this day, when we went on this road trip and we went to these beautiful balls of stone, we were in fairyland, forest land with all the nature, elemental creatures. And what place to choose but that to eat my first chicken. It was really a magical, beautiful place, and and I feel grateful that I could experience it there with the whole group being so kind and patient. Like, everyone was hungry, everyone was sitting ready for food. It was, the whole table was filled with luscious food, and everyone just sat there for minutes and minutes waiting for me to finish my small piece of chicken. And I had a second piece, and well, you know, then people were like, okay, can we start eating now? Yes, of course. And so I just took that second part, and then after a bit they were like, where did you put the second part? Yeah, I just ate it. They were in shock. I liked that. Because the weird thing was that it felt so natural. On beforehand I cried, on beforehand I felt about it. But then when I did it, that afternoon, that day, it felt so normal. Normal is depending on the person who says it. Yeah, I'm learning that in different phases of your life as well, different things can be needed for you. So just listen to your body, what it needs now, and not to what society or your mind says. And I know that till 20 years ago society was feeling weird about being vegetarian, so it feels funny now to now feel the same about not eating vegetarian anymore. It's all about the mind. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Let your heart sing. Let your heart sing. Oh yeah. Let your heart sing. Yeah. Let your heart sing. Oh yeah. Let your heart sing. Your heart sing. Your heart sing. Let your heart sing. Oh yeah. Let your heart sing and swing. Let your heart swing and swing. Let your heart sing and swing and swing. Let your heart sing. Let your heart sing. Let your heart sing. Let your heart sing. Your heart sing. Or hearts. Your heart sing. Let your heart sing. Let's sing. Your heart sing. Let your heart sing. Your heart sing. Let your heart sing. Let your heart sing.
During this trip, I only learned more not to underestimate the power of music. Because it feels so much fun, my mind can be like, I should be channeling instead. And I said this, and then Esther said, this is channeling too, you know? And that really clicked. In the evening I had a wonderful conversation with her in the bathtub. We had baths as well, it was amazing. And after that I lay in bed, so this was the meat day, you know. and I was feeling good, and a song came to me, as it often does, and I realized quite immediately, this is for Esther, this is what we just talked about. And that sentence, like, this is channeling too, it stuck, and I thought, so I actually just channeled a song for her. So that's possible, to not just channel songs for nature and Mother Earth and people in general, which I did till now, but really for a person. So I finished that quite quickly, and then I thought, so I could also do this for the others in the group. Well, let's try it out. Now I really learned that you can really follow that flow. I can really follow that flow and go for it, you know? Something in me still felt, I want to do this best dance, felt like I could not spend much time on these things that I actually want to do the most. So interesting. And I'm doing my best to change that feeling and that idea. And I did there. So I made those songs. I looked for the chords and the things, and then I told them, and I said, whenever you feel it, I'll play it for you. Yeah, I'm very grateful that this happened this week. Now I'm loose. I already made a song for someone whose house I'm cleaning, and I did that during cleaning. It just happened. So I'm feeling it. I want to continue doing this, giving people healings and then a song. Here we go. I already did give my mom a healing. We're getting loose.
Als je het lastig vindt, focus je op je uitademing.
Woohoo! we all became fairies, finding love for life. And I invite you to find the love in yourself, for yourself, and then to share it with others. Dare to share your unique way of loving with others. Yes, that's it for now. I'll see you for the next part of the adventure, and I send you the biggest kiss with the most love. Bye bye.